keeping stuff to yourself and keeping it private and learning, when to talk and when not to talk.
And is that something that you'll continue to do in the future?
We'll see.
Right. Wait a second. This situation is still heating up, and it looks like Future is not letting it go at all. He's clearly still bothered about Lori cutting him off like it was nothing right around New Year, and the tension is still hanging in the air heavy. What makes it even wilder is that this all comes after he went all in, clowning her hard for losing Michael B. Jordan, right before Michael leveled up and became an Oscar-winning actor.
Someone who's not going to be seeing each other every Monday, according to People magazine, Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey have allegedly called it quits after dating for a little over a year. Now, neither Michael nor Lori have confirmed the alleged breakup, but the source revealed that Michael allegedly wanted to pursue a more serious relationship and Lori wasn't ready. What are y'all's thoughts on this breakup? And did y'all see this coming? Vivica, let's start with you first.
That timing, way too loud to ignore. Now here's where it gets messy in a whole new way. Word going around is that Lori might actually regret how things played out, and people are saying she was trying to circle back to Michael even before he got that Oscar shine. But Michael? He's not entertaining that at all, not even a little bit. From what it looks like, he shut that door completely, locked it, and walked away. She had her shot, everything lined up, and now it's being framed like she let it slip through her fingers, and that kind of regret sticks. But then Future steps back into the picture, and it just complicates everything even more. Because how is he inserting himself into this now, when just a few years back he was calling Michael a lame like it was nothing?
Absolutely shocking. That is all I can say. When this story came up, I was like, no, our Black Barbie and Ken broke up. Oh my goodness. They were so beautiful together. I really thought they were going to make it. I was looking forward to the wedding. I was looking forward to seeing they cheering, but it's not, I mean, I just felt like say it ain't so. No,
I think that's sad.
That switch up is catching people's attention real fast. Still, a lot of folks aren't even shocked, because if you remember how things ended between him and Lori, it was already messy. She was trying to keep things low-key and avoid turning it into a public drama, but he made sure it spilled all over social media anyway. And honestly, it's starting to look like he never really moved on, especially when you remember that Michael was the very next person Lori dated right after Future. That alone had him heated. You could see the frustration spill into his music too. In his song, he made it very clear how he felt, rapping, "Magic City, I'm the owner. Tell Steve Harvey I don't want her."
I think that's bullshit that they said that she wasn't ready, because when a woman finds a good one, then that's what you're looking for. But I will say that she's young still, you know what I mean? And I too was looking forward to them making it, because I thought, oh, you know what? She's been looking for someone to keep on her arm, to be able to have a relationship with that is meaningful and is successful, because we know that the girl gonna keep her somebody that is gonna be newsworthy, you know. But I think
that line right there, that wasn't subtle at all. It was direct, bold, and full of emotion. Things didn't just stay messy, they got louder real fast. There was actually an extended version of Future's verse that leaked right when news broke about Lori and Michael being together, and this version, way more disrespectful than what people first heard. He didn't hold anything back at all. In that leaked verse, he said, "Must have forgot to tell her daddy, she begged me not to leave. Put baguettes on your ankles damn near up to your knees." That alone had people side-eyeing hard, but he kept going even further. He added, "She didn't have a choice but to go F.A. lame after me, baby." And that line right there, it came off extra harsh, like he was really trying to tear her down in public. The tone was aggressive, personal, and impossible to ignore. It felt less like music and more like him airing everything out for the world to see. And just when it seemed like it couldn't get more intense, he doubled down outside the music too.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, she ain't no joke. She ain't. And her mama, Marjorie, my girlfriend, she gonna make sure that she doing and navigating the right way, because she gonna make sure that she is. And I think every mother should do that, you know. But I think at the same time, she's young. I think the established relationship that Michael did have before this one, I think that maybe that social media, that all of that was a lot for him. And I think that he, I will say this, I heard about his ex, and him was so serious that he may have missed her.
He posted a video of himself and Lori sitting together in a car, and the caption, "Never given a messy girl a chance. My apologies to my fans." That post had people talking instantly because it felt like a direct shot. No filter, no hesitation. At that point, most people thought the drama had finally run its course. It looked like everything had been said, everything had been shown, and there was nothing left to add. Even Lori probably believed that chapter was closed for good. But then everything flipped again when Michael stepped onto a bigger stage and won the Oscar for Best Actor. Of course, people flooded him with praise. That part was expected. But mixed in with all the congratulations, Lori's name started popping up again. A lot of comments were hinting that she might be sitting back rethinking everything now.
But
Oh,
we'll
wow. Okay, Selena, that sounds like you got some teeth there, Lisa, right?
see. Taking it from somebody else.
Selena, what you think about this? Saw it coming or not surprised? Or you shocked, I mean.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they're so much younger than me. I'm just gonna be honest. I really don't be all in their business like that. Because they're so much younger than me, so they're not really on my news thread. But
Michael B. Jordan.
And to be fair, people were connecting the dots because since their split, his career has been rising at a whole different speed. It's not like he wasn't successful before, but now the spotlight is hitting different. The growth is louder, the recognition is bigger, and people are noticing the contrast. Comments started rolling in like, Lori Harvey now knows she fumbled Michael B. Jordan after he won the Oscars. He was the prize. And even, I guess Lori Harvey no longer serves Michael Jordan, ain't it? Those reactions, they kept the conversation going strong. Funny how fast everything can flip in just a few years. One moment the energy looks one way and the next, it's completely different. Now you've got Michael standing on one of the biggest stages holding that Academy Award while Lori is being talked about like she's just there.
He's
got
35.
him and his girlfriend, he 5. Like I don't want to say I don't care, but it's not really something that I like be tuned into, but I do think they're very cute together. I thought they were really cute together. And I just think that it's really hard it's probably really hard trying to keep a relationship together that's so public and because of social media. So
people online are really pushing the idea that Michael B. Jordan was always the real prize and that she didn't see his full value when she had the chance. And right when the internet started going in on her, things got even more chaotic behind the scenes. A source connected to her circle reportedly decided to stir things up by dropping info to blogs, claiming Lori has been constantly trying to reach Michael ever since that Oscar win. Not just once or twice either. This was described like she was seriously trying to reconnect. What makes it even more interesting is that some talk suggests she had already been reaching out even before he won the award. So this might not even be about the Oscar moment alone. But from everything being said, Michael is not engaging at all. No replies, no callbacks, nothing. It's being framed like he completely cut that line off and kept it moving. Now here's where the twist really hits. When they first broke up, the situation looked totally different. Lori seemed like she had the upper hand, and the narrative online was leaning her way for a while.
It's not shocking, but it is sad because, I mean, not sad, but kind of unfortunate because, like, man, they were really cute. Kind of like how Vivica was like, man, they was really cute. We kind of root for them, but I mean, they're young. They're both beautiful. They'll move on and find. People break up and make up all the time. People have relationships and all the time. They're young. This is the time to do it. To be young and to date and the ups and downs. This is the time.
There were stories floating around, allegedly coming from her side, claiming Michael had a pattern of dating outside his community. And since he stayed quiet and didn't jump in to clear anything up, that story stuck around longer than expected, and it didn't stop there. Her mother, Marjorie, also had people talking after she shared a video of Jennifer Lewis saying, "If you sit in it for too long, it stops smelling." That post? A lot of people took it as a subtle message, and it only added more tension to an already messy situation. So yeah, the message was basically come out of there. But the shade didn't stop there at all. It actually kept building.
Everybody in the comments saying it was a PR stunt, the contract was up, Lori gonna be with the band next week. He like white girls. I'm gonna say this. There's a lot of chatter about both of them. I think they are absolutely gorgeous together. And I personally was happy to see Michael B. Jordan with a black girl for over a year and a half. Like, brother, kudos, because you Hollywood and you with a black girl for a year and a half, that's like breaking news these days. So anyway, I was happy about that.
Right after her mom posted that clip, Lori jumped in too and made things even louder. She threw up a photo on her IG story showing a license plate that read, "Dump him," and people instantly connected the dots. It didn't feel random. It felt pointed, like she wanted that message to land clearly. And she didn't leave it at just that post either. She followed it up with an interview where she kept talking about how Michael supposedly didn't meet her standards for the kind of man she sees herself settling down with. The way she spoke on it had people raising eyebrows, especially because the tone was very different from how she used to move when they were actually together.
And as far as Lori was running through them. Not that I'm mad at her because she's young and that's the age I guess she's supposed to be dating. But I think they both stretched for this one. You know what I mean? Like he was with a sister probably in a beautiful, what seemed to be a beautiful relationship for a good amount of time. And she settled down with one man for a good amount of time. So I was glad that it lasted this long. And she is 25. But Lori.
Oh, she's 25?
Back then, everything sounded way more positive. So this switch caught attention fast. Now here's the part that really has people questioning things. She had all these critiques for Michael, but at the same time, she had no issue being with Future. And that's where people started saying the logic wasn't lining up, because Future has been very public about his lifestyle, his relationships, and even the fact that marriage isn't something he's focused on. That part isn't hidden at all. So when you stack that next to her comments about standards, it had people confused and calling it out. And now, with everything happening, it's almost like Future feels justified stepping in and making jokes, especially when Michael is being praised at a whole different level. Some people are even saying Michael was the most stable situation she had, and she let that go, only to move on to someone else in the same industry space.
Oh, girl.
These streets ain't nothing nice, Lori.
Oh, girl.
I know these streets ain't nothing nice, and you better not go back to Future because we don't have to talk about you on the show here.
She ain't going back there, honey.
Ain't going back to Future. She's so young. Oh my God, this girl, bye. It's gonna be so many stories about this child. Listen, this.
She later got linked to Damson Idris. No disrespect, but people online keep comparing and saying the energy is not the same as what she had before. And through all of this noise, one detail stands out. Despite everything being said and posted, Steve Harvey never publicly disrespected Michael or cut him off. He stayed quiet and kept it respectful, which a lot of people didn't expect in the middle of all that tension. And here's the wild part. It didn't even stay tense between everyone.
Michael B. Jordan, that's very good. He was a good time. You set the tone. Now just keep going up and up and up.
Hey, do y'all think that, people say good looking people sometimes they think that they're not always as aggressive or good in bed. Do you think they had a hot, steamy like love life or dull? What do y'all think from looking at them?
Well, gosh, their pictures seemed like it was on like popcorn. They was fighting each other and on the beach, looking fine together. I was shocked by this breakup. I'm gonna be honest with you, I was.
Michael and Steve Harvey actually ran into each other at a basketball game recently, and the vibe, completely friendly. No awkward energy, no drama, just mutual respect and good energy all around. That alone had people talking because it didn't match the tension everyone expected. But then things took another turn behind the scenes. Steve later shared that Lori wasn't feeling that meetup at all and reportedly told him not to speak to Michael again. That detail right there added a whole new layer because it shows the situation might still be way more personal than it looks on the surface. At the same time, the public reaction hasn't exactly been in her favor either.
I would say this. I would say, how much experience did we really have at 24 years old? Really? Now, I may be able to you to flip me and turn me around. And with him being older, obviously he had more experience. And when you have love between each other, then that's that you can bend me, shake me, pull my hair, spank me from the back, no doubt. You know what I mean? But
a few years back, the narrative was completely flipped. People were saying Michael was the one who messed up by losing Lori, especially when she stepped out with Damson Idris and looked unbothered. Back then, it seemed like she had the upper hand without question. But now, the timeline tells a very different story. Fast forward to 2026, and Michael is standing tall as an Oscar-winning actor, leveling up in a major way. His career is hitting new heights, and the spotlight on him is stronger than ever. Meanwhile, people online are side-eyeing the comparisons being made. There's chatter about Damson trying to land bigger roles too. Even rumors about him aiming for a spot in the next Black Panther film. Whether that happens or not, the comparisons keep coming and the conversation stays loud. And that's why people keep circling back to the same takeaway. Whether she agrees or not, many are saying she walked away from something solid and ended up in a situation that doesn't hit the same. That debate, it's not slowing down anytime soon. As expected, people online had a lot to say about all of this, and they did not hold back at all. One comment that really stood out said, Michael B. Jordan, ignoring Lori's congrats, like he ignored the red flags in 2022. Level up so hard the past can't even get a text back. That right there had people reacting heavy because it paints a picture of someone who fully moved on and isn't looking back at all. But not everyone agreed with that energy.
I think maybe, once he had been with an older woman and, which is his ex, I feel like that chemistry could make you go, man, I remember this and I got to teach this. And I don't know, maybe that's a little personal in there for me, because I know that I don't want to, at the age that I am, I don't want to teach anybody anything. If you don't get in there the first night to make me go, I want to do this again, I'm feeling like, wait, I need to go somewhere else again.
I concur.
Well, they are a beautiful couple and they're both available now. So have at it, everybody. Okay, so
stay tuned. Let's see who will be next.
Another person came through with a completely different take, saying, men get the biggest ego the second they start winning. Imagine straight up ignoring calls from the one person who held you down when you had literally nothing. That comment sparked a whole debate because now it's not just about the past, it's about who was really there and who deserves loyalty now. So you've got two sides going at it. One group is saying Michael is justified for keeping his distance and protecting his peace, while the other side feels like he's moving different now that he's winning big. And right in the middle of all that, Future is still catching attention for throwing his own shots, which just adds even more heat to the situation. Now, I want to hear what you think about all this. Do you feel like Future is being petty by clowning Lori? Or is he just saying what a lot of people are already thinking? And what about Lori and Michael? Do you see them ever reconnecting, or is that chapter completely closed for good? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this conversation is definitely not over. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear this. Don't forget to check out the next video on the screen too. It's got even more you don't want to miss.